Hello fellow Kryptons, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Elon Musk and his fascination with Dogecoin and Bitcoin has been the talk of the town of late. I was drawn to a couple of videos that described some interesting theories and point of views. In today's special edition video, I'm going to share my thoughts and perspective on Dogecoin, Elon Musk and Bitcoin. I'll also be sharing PurpleCrypto's premium idea for Bitcoin created in October of 2020 and in brief, Dogecoin analysis. Before we begin, please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you'd like to see more videos like this. Note the information contained in this video is for educational and/or entertainment purposes only. Nothing in this video is to be construed as legal, investment or trading advice. One of the videos I watched on Elon Musk and Dogecoin described how Elon intends to hoard Dogecoin by buying energy to mine Dogecoin, following which he would pump the price of Dogecoin, then dump Dogecoin in exchange for BTC. Another video disclaimed this theory completely. So who to believe? What we do know is that Elon is in the energy business, and that all Elon cares about is one thing only, and that is Tesla. Let's not forget that just last year, Elon Musk said in an interview with Vanity Fair that Bitcoin is only useful for illegal transactions, and he doesn't own any Bitcoin.
Do you think Bitcoin will be disruptive in that way? I mean, now it's a speculative currency. Will it be something that will be what normal consumers will use and will disrupt the banking industry?
My opinion of Bitcoin is that, I think Bitcoin is probably a good thing, but it's essentially, its main thing will be, I mean, this will probably get quoted here and there, but it's I think it's primarily going to be a means of doing illegal transactions. But that's not necessarily entirely bad, because some things shouldn't be illegal. But
the combination of Silk Road and Bitcoin will save us?
Well, it will be useful for legal and illegal transactions. Otherwise, it would have no value as a use for legal transactions, because you have to have a legal to illegal bridge.
Yeah.
I don't own any Bitcoin, by the way.
While any of the above theories may or may not be true, we prefer to rely on sound technical analysis when we create ideas for PurpleCrypto Premium. In this video, we'll share with you the release of an idea we created in October of 2020 with the price prediction for Bitcoin. In this analysis, we present an alternative upside-down view to BTC's movements. Oftentimes we find it handy to flip a chart, or as some would put it, to invert it. The chart you see here has been inverted along with the indicators, being the MACD and the RSI. Drawing out a theoretical Elliott wave, we assume a 5 subwave inverted downtrend occurring, what we call a super wave structure, since the inception of Bitcoin. We created an imagined subwave 1 going from A to B, followed by subwave 2 going from A to C to D, and then a final extended subwave E. The reason we've labeled it A, B, C, D, E and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is because it's an inverted chart, and that's just what we prefer to do. Drawing on from this and using our indicators, we theorize that the final subwave 5 would be an extended or hyper-extended subwave 5. Oftentimes, the final subwaves of the final subwaves of the final subwaves become hyper-extended, making it almost impossible to see where the cycle is at, which is what we can see this year. So from about here, which is January 19 to about January 20, you start seeing some really minor movements happening, making it almost indecipherable. If this hypothetical analysis turns out to be true, we should see BTC moving down further or uptrending in an uninverted chart. Now if we press play, let's see what happens. And as you can see there, it did indeed move in the direction of our predicted Elliott wave, and right now it's coming back up or downtrending to meet the line again. In the upside down alternative view for BTC premium idea published on our website, if you scroll down to the comments section, you'll see 3 thoughts. The first of which was posted on 2nd of February 2021 this year, where we share an indicator showing Bitcoin seeing record volume of selling in January 2021. Now, as you'll see, this goes as far back as 2018, and never before have we seen so much selling volume. Following that, for this premium idea, we posted a couple of suggestions for closing out if anyone was playing this setup. First of which was on the 13th of February with a possible play close target of 53,000, and the second one on the 3rd of May, which posted a final play close target of 59,000 to 62,000. Drilling down to a daily chart, you'll see this is where our first signal was for a possible play close target on the 13th of February at 53,000. Right about here, it was still traveling between 46 and 48, and it went up to a high of 58. So could have closed there or anywhere along here really. And then we posted a final play close target on the 3rd of May between 59,000 and 62,000. On this day, it was traveling between 56 and 59, and it did go up as high as 59,300, I believe. So there was still opportunity here to close before it finally crashed. Moving on to Dogecoin, we're going to do a quick analysis here using the chart for Bittrex, because this is the one that I find goes all the way back to 2013. It's done a huge climb from about January, where it was around 0.009. It's now sitting at 0.231. As you can see from this monthly chart, there is a strong support here where you can see the Ichimoku line where it broke up above the Ichimoku. That level is at around the 0.009 mark. That's a strong support on the monthly. If it did crash back down, I would expect that that's where it would stop. Which it could, it may not, who knows. If we drill down to the 2-weekly chart, you'll see that's also a previous support line on the 2-weekly chart. It actually sits at the tip of the previous uptrend cycle. If it did come down to this level, it would break through the Ichimoku, and that would not be a good sign. Drilling down to the weekly chart, you'll see again that has formed a previous strong Ichimoku line, which if it broke down, it would happen pretty quickly because there's not many weeks left before it breaks down on the weekly Ichimoku. There's also possible another support line here sitting at around the 0.03 level. So between 0.003 to 0.009, if it did decide to crash, is where I would expect a possible buy zone. Drilling down into the 3-day timeline, you can see it's already beginning to break through the Ichimoku. You can see in this wave cycle, it stayed pretty far away. I like using the Ichimoku because it's a pretty good indicator of what the market is doing, what the trend is doing. So from about here, you'll see from November of last year, it broke above the Ichimoku, and only now it's starting to break down below it, which would make this a strong resistance area. If it did decide to go up, it would have to break through the 0.366 level to properly form an uptrend, which is normally quite a difficult break. If we drill down to the daily chart, it looks like it's doing a positive wave, and it could head up. If it did head up, it would have a cloud to break through here. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see what's happening here with the Ichimoku. So as you'll see here on the daily chart, this is November again, November of last year, where it broke up above the Ichimoku, and it didn't break the Ichimoku at all up until June of this year. So as soon as it breaks the Ichimoku, that's normally a sign of the end of that uptrend cycle. It might do a bit of a correction, or it might do whatever it wants to do and just head back upwards. But as I said, on the 3-day chart, there is a bit of a resistance to break through here if it did go up, which on the daily chart you can see is also at a previous resistance line here. You can see the MACD is fairly negative on the daily, and the RSI is sitting below the 50 mark. So there might spend a bit of time accumulating, distributing, who knows. Maybe Elon Musk can share with us what he thinks. And that's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in again. We look forward to seeing you the next time. You have a great day.